Hey guys, this is Steve from Dirt Adventures. Zach and I had our suspensions done a few weeks back and we've been doing some testing. We thought we would do a review video. So after talking to a few different people and talking about some options on our suspensions, we decided to go with Corey at Protune. I've been pretty happy with that decision. So I got a couple videos here. We're going to do some onboard and I will talk about the work that was done on my suspension and let you take a look at how it acts. Okay guys, here we are on course number 1. This course is fairly open and fast. Very much like a cross-country race. This track's going to have a little bit of everything. A lot of off-campers. Got some ruts. Dirt this day was pretty good actually. A couple of slick spots, but overall it was pretty good. So with my suspension, we've been, this is really the first time we did a lot of testing with it. Today I'm mainly running the base settings that Corey gave me, and pretty happy with them actually on this fast course. A lot of, like I said, a lot of off-campers and stuff like that. You'll see, got a creek crossing coming up down here. The dirt was really good. One thing I would mention is I am running the tires that I ran the entire 2019 OXCR season. So I'm not on fresh tires, and am pretty surprised at how well the bike is sticking to the ground. That's what I'm after, is basically just a bike that feels planted, and it felt really good. Pretty satisfied with it so far. Like I said, the dirt's really good. Put this course together and ran it in just a little bit before we started running any hot laps on it. So my bike is a 2016 KTM 250 XCW. So the XCW has the PDS suspension, which basically means I don't have linkage. So really fast log sections where you go over like an 8 or 10 inch log at high speed. It's still a little bit harsh, where a linkage bike would soak it up. The PDS, that's the one downside of the PDS. But as far as the traction goes and the slow technical stuff and just the overall feel of the bike, I'm really happy with it. Sections like this, we're crossing G-outs and stuff like that. The traction felt really good. So as far as my speed goes, I run in the Masters class, so basically that means I'm old. It's 50 plus, and in 2019 I placed 3rd in the championship, so I place overall right in the 40s, somewhere between, maybe a high 38. I think I've placed like 38 before, or something like that, overall at OXCR. But generally in the 40s is where I ride, and you'll be able to tell from the audio that I tend to ride pretty low in the RPM range. I'd rather be a gear higher and kind of in the medium power band than running it wide open. So as far as the suspension goes, I got some pretty high speed G-outs there in a couple of spots. Handling that really pretty well. Ruts, the bike feels planted really well. I'm pretty happy with it, the way it handles in the ruts. And in this course, and then the course coming up, you'll see that I'm really happy with the way that the bike tracks through turns. I feel a lot more confident laying the bike over in turns, which is something I kind of struggled with a little bit before, so it just kind of tracks better. So that's pretty much one lap at the first course. Now we're going to move on to a second course here. This course is a lot tighter. It's going to be a lot slower. But I got a little bit more technical sections in it, some crossings and some jumps and things like that. So you can see the bike soaked up that jump really well. I can definitely tell that the stroke of the suspension, I'm going through the stroke using all of the suspension, which is really I should be on the biggest jumps and things like that. So this is actually a pretty technical log section, and the bike's handling that pretty well. This course here again is a lot tighter than that first course, so the speeds are a lot slower. This course here, I had made some changes to the clickers, and Zach and I were just running laps and tweaking on the suspension, just seeing what little improvements we could make. And so they're a little bit off of the base settings here, but still, again, pretty happy with the way the bike's handling. This section coming up through here is all very, very hard pack and slick, so it's gonna appear like I'm tiptoeing because I am. Ruts are kind of really hard pack, and it was kind of slick that day, so kind of tiptoeing up through here. Got some ruts we're gonna go through, and then some. Again, pretty happy with the way the bike's tracking in the ruts and the turns. Pretty happy with everything. Definitely think I'm going to be able to run a faster pace in the 2020 season than I did last year. Last year we made some changes to my suspension prior to having Corey work on it, and they definitely helped. I finished the season, I think, with 5 third places in the Masters class, and I ended up, I think, with 6 third places overall for the season. Still can't quite manage to catch those Maynard boys, but we'll see. Maybe I'll be a little bit closer to it this year. So again, this section's pretty tight, a lot of tight stuff. Bike handling this all really well. I really like the way the bike's behaving. Very compliant. It seems pretty plush and pretty much just about everything. So overall, pretty happy with the bike. Zach's bike, he had a lot more suspension work done on his. Basically, we just did valving on mine, since I already had the right springs in my bike, and the valving worked out really well. Zach actually had a conversion done on his forks and quite a bit more work, so we'll be doing another video probably here in a few weeks and get Zach on and have him go through everything Corey did with his. Zach rides an XC, so he has linkage, and then he had the 4CS forks in the front. His bike also was sprung for a 240-pound rider, so had a lot of major work done to Zach's bike, and his bike is really working well for him. So overall, I would say that if you're looking to get some suspension work done, Corey supports OXCR, which is good. That's our series. And, very experienced, pretty knowledgeable guy, pretty easy to talk to. So if you're looking for somebody to do some suspension work, then I would definitely recommend him. So here I'm catching up to my daughter. Here in a minute, you'll see she tries to push me off the track. I don't know where she got that from. Up here in a little tighter section of the course. So we'll be finishing up here. I would say if you have any questions about your suspension or suspension setup, give Corey a call. I think he'll be fair with you. He'll let you know what's the best options. My daughter tries to push me off the track. So hope this video helped, and you'll call Corey if you need some suspension work.